Weather-related phenomena can be incredibly violent and catastrophic, in addition to being breathtakingly beautiful. Basically everything in between. The weather has the power to abruptly change and alter your life for good. It makes sense why ancient people believed that the gods spoke with us through the water. Hello guys, and welcome back to Just Scary. Today we have an exciting video ahead of us dealing with the deadliest weather events. Let's go. Number 1. The Glacier National Park Wildfire. As a fire in Glacier National Park spreads due to rapid heat and strong winds, evacuations have been ordered. After being struck by lightning, the Howe Ridge fire first started. High gusts and temperatures in the triple digits helped the wildfire spread quickly. According to the National Park Service, more than 150 individuals were evacuated from campsites close to the fire, and numerous park roads were kept off-limits to tourists. As dry winds continue to fan the flames, the fire has grown to cover more than 20 acres of forest. Many buildings, including an old lodge, have been evacuated. High winds have prevented local firefighters from successfully using planes to drop water on the fire. Temperatures in the park, which is located in northwest Montana and named for the abundance of glaciers that carve through its valleys, have skyrocketed. The National Weather Service reported that the temperature in the park reached 100 degrees Fahrenheit for the first time. The park's famous glaciers have also shrunk, and some have completely disappeared due to the human-caused climate change's higher temperatures and altered precipitation patterns. According to recent research, that number has subsequently dropped to 26, and if trends continue, it's anticipated that all of the park's glaciers would be gone by 2030. Number 2. Giant's Dust Devil, Arizona. A strong, well-formed, and somewhat quick-moving whirlwind is what is known as a dust devil. Upward motion is the main vertical motion. Although they rarely get big enough to pose a threat to both people and property, they're typically harmless. They are similar to tornadoes in that they're both a weather phenomena that involve a revolving wind column that's vertically directed. Fair weather, sunny conditions, and swirling updrafts all contribute to the formation of dust devils, which are rarely as intense as tornadoes. The Thar's-Roops region of Mars has dust devil activity, as evidenced by the Etch-a-Sketch appearance. A surface-atmosphere interaction that results in thermally induced vortices is what has caused the dark streaks. These Martian vortices are enormous dust devils that vacuum away the light-colored top dust to reveal the darker rock below. Number 3. The Tuscaloosa Tornado. A tornado is an air column that extends from a thunderstorm's base to the ground and is rapidly rotating. Tornadoes have the power to uproot trees, utterly destroy well-built structures, and launch objects through the air like lethal missiles. The late afternoon and early evening of April 27, 2011, a severe, high-end EF4 multiple vortex tornado tore through parts of the Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, Alabama, as well as smaller towns and rural areas around the two cities. This was one of the most expensive tornadoes ever recorded. It was one of the 360 tornadoes that occurred during the greatest tornado outbreak in American history, the 2011 Super Outbreak. The tornado passed through Tuscaloosa with a maximum path width of 1.5 miles or 2.4 kilometers, crossed I-65 north of Birmingham once again, and was believed to have achieved winds of 190 miles per hour or 310 kilometers an hour shortly after leaving the city. After that, it continued to have a high-end EF4 intensity impact in some areas of Birmingham, before dispersing. According to early accounts, 65 people died and more than 1,000 were hurt. This was later changed to 64 fatalities and more than 1,500 injuries. Number 4. Hurricane Katrina. A hurricane, also known as a tropical cyclone, is a fast rotating storm system with a low-pressure center, a confined low-level atmospheric circulation, powerful winds, and a spiral arrangement of thunderstorms that produce torrential rain and squalls. Hurricane Katrina, August 2005, developed into a sizable and extraordinarily potent hurricane that caused major property damage and fatalities. It surpassed Hurricane Andrew from 1992 as the costliest hurricane to ever make landfall in the United States. Moreover, Katrina was among the 5 most deadly hurricanes to ever hit the United States. Total damage from Hurricane Katrina was estimated at $108 billion and included 1,833 fatalities. Katrina was one of the most horrifying natural disasters in American history, given the extent of the effects. Glad to see you guys are still here. Keep yourself safe and provide us a hand right away by subscribing to our channel. Thank you. Let's continue the video with Number 5. France heat waves. France is suffering from the effects of a record heat wave. 4 heat waves, a historic drought that caused water levels to drop all over the country, and 3 wildfire outbreaks that have destroyed thousands of hectares of forest land. At the end of a brief winter, the crisis started early by normal standards. Although France experienced heat waves in 2007, 2011, and 2020, this year's temperatures broke all previous records. With the arrival of summer in June, a period of heat waves, which are defined as a string of days with extremely high temperatures, began unusually early across the nation. Since then, there have been 4 heat waves that lasted more than 28 days in 3 months. In addition, it's stated that since the year 2000, heat waves have become more of a yearly occurrence, up from an average of 1 summer every 5 years before 1989. Number 6. Thunderstorms. A thunderstorm, also known as an electrical storm or a lightning storm, is a type of storm in which lightning is present and produces the audible sound of thunder in the atmosphere of the Earth. Thunder showers are the name for the relatively weaker thunderstorms. A cumulonimbus is a form of cloud where thunderstorms develop. Strong winds are typically present among all of them, and heavy rain, snow, sleet, or hail are common outcomes. However, some thunderstorms result in little to no precipitation at all. A squall line, often known as the succession of thunderstorms, can form or become a rain band. Number 7. Tsunamis. A giant wave known as a tsunami is brought on by earthquakes or underwater volcanic eruptions. The height of tsunami waves does not substantially rise as they approach the ocean's depths. Because of their far longer wavelength than typical sea waves or submarine currents, tsunami waves are not comparable. A tsunami may at first appear to be a fast-rising tide rather than a breaking wave. And the last entry on our list, number 8, floods. A flood is when there's an excessive amount of water and it covers normally dry area. The expression, flowing water, could also be used to describe the tide's inflow. Floods are a topic of research in the hydrology field and are very important to the fields of agriculture, civil engineering, and public health. With regard to land use changes like deforestation and the removal of wetlands, changes in waterway courses or flood controls like levees, as well as larger environmental problems like climate change and sea level rise, human changes to the environment frequently result in an increase in the intensity and frequency of flooding. Particularly, the increased rainfall and extreme weather events brought on by climate change make other causes of flooding more severe, leading to more intense floods and a higher risk of flooding. That's it, folks. Hope you've had a very informative video. Subscribe to Just Scary and like if you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.